week's episode of Naruto Shippuden. Various different stories and arcs from the Naruto series are being placed in a giant blender and turned into a margarita of madness, which is actually oddly entertaining, but still has a lot of wasted potential. So yeah, big shock, Infinite Tsukiyomi arc is continuing, and this is basically the end of the Pain arc, except it has some massive differences, which are frankly kind of ridiculous, and it also makes you realize that Jiraiya was somewhat clairvoyant if he actually had the ability to create this story, seeing events which clearly have not taken place quite yet. So, the biggest twist in this episode right here is that Naruto, instead of meeting his dead father for the first time, is confronted by his living mother, Kushina, who decides to give up about 50% of her half of the Nine Tails chakra to Naruto so that he can go into Nine Tails chakra mode. Yeah, now this, to me, was the best twist of this episode, because we never got to see what could potentially happen with Pain fighting against Naruto in this form. This would have been like one of the craziest filler fights ever, and it could have been really entertaining if the fight didn't end in like 2 seconds. All Naruto does is he jumps towards Pain, he stops him with his chakra arms, and then he takes one of his chakra rods, stabs him in the shoulder, Go meets Nagato, gives him the speech of the power of friendship as usual, pretty much exactly like last time, except the difference is, this time, Nagato just decides to release that jutsu, which is encasing everyone, because if he wanted to kill everyone, he should have just used Shinra Tensei. You see where I'm going here? Basically, Nagato lives, and everything's all happy and hunky-dory. As soon as this finishes up, we go back to the story arc with Sasuke betraying and killing Orochimaru, except before he can leave his hideout, he gets poisoned and he gets picked up by Sasori, of all people. It looks like he's going to be getting some help from the Akatsuki. This is another one of those just ridiculous twists, where in the original story, it was Obito who actually found Sasuke. This time it's Sasori, which I guess they just needed another masked villain to make this happen. This was just a crazy episode. So, what's the rundown on this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden? You know what? This episode really wasn't that bad. It actually had some pretty good animation and artwork in the first half of the episode. As soon as we got to like the second half of Naruto going to meet Nagato, it looked kind of embarrassingly bad in some parts. That being said, again, this is just more retelling of the Naruto series with some big differences, but like I said, there was so much wasted potential in this episode. Can you imagine seeing Nine Tails Chakra Mode fighting against Pain, what they could have done with this battle? This could have been just like a big action episode that they could have actually gotten a good animation team to work on, but no, we got nothing. And all this stuff with Sasuke and the Akatsuki, with him getting his Mangekyo Sharingan, I just don't care. You know, I really don't care about most of these fillers, because at the end of the day, they mean nothing. They're Infinite Tsukiyomi. None of this is actually real. And the good news is, we're almost done with these episodes. Once we go into March, we're going to go to this Itachi Naruto special. I'm not really sure what it's going to be, or how long it's going to last. I hope it wraps up pretty quickly, though, and I at least hope it has some pretty decent animation and artwork. That being said, like most folks, I'm just ready to get to the real series, but I'm not going to beat a horse to death. What I will say is this week's episode was okay. It was just another average episode of Naruto Shippuden. We're just still waiting for the actual story to pick up, and if you want to waste some time while waiting for that, maybe you can watch this episode. You might see something you like. So I'm going to give this week's episode a 3 out of 5. Check it out, Naruto fans, or skip it. It's all up to you. But if you did watch this week's episode of Naruto Shippuden, please tell me what you thought about it in the comment section below. Do you like the way that they're mixing up things with the old Naruto stories and sort of combining them together? What do you want to see from the conclusion of the Infinite Tsukiyomi arc and the Itachi stories and the rest of the Naruto Shippuden anime series? Tell me in the comment section below. You guys are awesome. Thank you for watching this review, and make sure to subscribe to the channel and share it with all of your friends, and make sure to follow us on social media. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, stay dandy, baby.